What is going on, guys? Josiah LaRue here, and today is September 7th, 2016. Apple just got done with their big press release for the new iPhones and Apple Watches, so I'm here to talk about some of the new stuff that they announced today and whether you should buy the new iPhone or Apple Watch. So let's get right into it. So yeah, Apple just got done with their press release and they announced some pretty cool stuff. So let's get right into it. So first of all, they released all the new specs. There's been like 140 billion apps downloaded. iTunes Music is growing bigger than ever. And then they got into some other interesting software stuff. Apple also talked about iWork, which got a new update. Now this was mainly a focus towards the education field, but they also wanted it to be for business or anything else. Real-time collaboration. Now, you had originally been able to do this with Google Docs and Microsoft for a while, but Apple is now just joining the party. But they did do it in a very nice way that works very well. You can invite other people to work on the same document you are. You can automatically see who they all are, and they're color-coded, just like in Google. And, everything comes together very seamlessly, and you get that rich experience of working on the iWork suite, whether that be Keynote, Pages, or Presenter, and you can work in real time with other people, which is a very nice feature. They also talked about how they've been giving away thousands of iPads, MacBooks, and iPhones to teachers as well as students in order for them to use technology in the classroom, which I think is very innovative and very cool. Two other big developers came on stage and released something that I'm pretty excited about. First of all, Mario is coming to iOS for the first time ever in a real version that hasn't been ported or hacked. So it's called Super Mario Run. They actually had the guy who created Mario come on stage and after some Japanese translation talk about the game. It's going to be a runner game where Mario just keeps on going and you tap the screen to jump over obstacles or slide. It's designed to be done one-handed, so that way whether you're riding that crowded subway in Japan or you're eating an apple, as he said, you can keep on playing the game. They also have a battle mode called Toad Rally where you can challenge other friends or compete against friends to see how long in a certain given amount of time you can collect toads and coins and jump through the level. So there's no real finish point, it's just a set amount of time and you try and collect as much as possible and challenge your friends. Pretty cool. The other big developer there was Niantic with Pokemon Go. That's right, Pokemon Go is coming to the Apple Watch, which I think is actually pretty cool. So first of all, they have the app where you can start walking and it'll start tracking towards your actual activity as well as towards hatching your eggs. Secondly, it'll show you any nearby Pokemon, and if one is really close, it'll pop up with a notification, hey, there's a Snorlax nearby. Better whip out your phone and catch that sucker. And thirdly, you can hatch eggs. If an egg pops up, you can tap on it, it'll automatically hatch and show you what you got. And finally, Pokestops. You can keep on walking, you don't even have to pull your phone out, you can just tap the side of your screen, it'll twirl the Pokestop, and you'll collect everything. So, while they don't allow you to catch from your watch, you can do just about everything else in-game from your watch. When you're done walking, you can tap finish. It'll automatically import all your walking and health data into your activities app. It'll save everything that you did from collecting, walking to collecting all of your stuff from your Pokestops. It'll show you all that, and you can click finish. So not a complete experience from the game on your watch, but the closest that they could do. And I really like how they combine fitness as well as being able to collect Pokestops and see Pokemon without always having to pull out your app. Pretty cool. After they got that software stuff out of the way, they went into hardware. Now there's really two big launches, the Apple Watch and the new iPhone. So let's get right into it. First of all, Apple Watch. What they're calling this is the new Apple Watch Series 2. Now there will still be Series 1, the original Apple Watch around, and now there's going to be Series 2. Let's get into that. So the new Apple Watch comes with a lot of cool features. Probably the biggest one is water resistance. Now they can't claim waterproof, but it is water resistant to 50 meters, which for most people when you're swimming in a pool, that's going to be more than enough. And that's mainly what it's designed for, being active, being physically fit. The main drive of the new watchOS 3 as well as the new Apple Watch is complete fitness, immersing this device in your life completely. So it is waterproof, water resistant, 250 meters so you can swim with it. They actually redesigned the speaker so that it doesn't take in water, but when you're done swimming, it'll bass and it'll blow the water back out of the speaker hole. Pretty cool. While completely ingressing the rest of it to be completely water resistant. They also put a new dual-core processor in there that has better graphics as well as faster processing, so you don't have that slow and laggy experience. That combined with the new watchOS 3 will have a much more responsive watch. They also have a 1000 nit screen, which is the brightest of any of their mobile devices screens, which is pretty nice. I haven't noticed major problems with being able to see my Apple Watch, although there are certain times when the sun is really bright that I do have to put my hand around my watch, so it would be nice to have a default brighter screen. The other big feature that they included was built-in GPS, so it no longer relies on the GPS signal from your phone, so you can go running out in the wilderness and not have to include your phone. Another continuation of the fitness portion of this device, trying to separate yourself so you don't have to completely be tethered to your phone. They also partnered with Nike to release the Nike Edition sport watch. So basically it's the same base features as any of the other Apple Watch Series 2, but they focused it more on running and being active. So they have a couple of faces that are pretty much exclusively just Nike with the big bold green colors, and it's more specific just for running, so you can see your heart rate, you can see your pace, you can see your speed and the time you've been running. It also has a couple of pop-ups where let's go running today, motivating you to get out and go running. They also have the Nike Fitness Club, which you can collaborate with thousands of other users who are using this app to see how well you're running, as well as some tips on how to run better, so some training as well. They improved the heart rate sensor so that it continues to track your heart rate, and they improved faces so that it'll show you your heart rate while you're exercising. Another plus. They also announced that the Apple Watch Series 1, the original Apple Watch, will also be getting a dual-core processor. So any Apple Watch you buy now, whether Watch version 1 or 2, will both have the same dual-core processor. So the Apple Watch lineup has increased, but also decreased. There are now basically 4 different versions. Apple Watch Series 1, Apple Watch Series 2, both 1 and 2 are sport models. Then they have the Apple Watch Hermes Edition, which is the more exclusive ones. It's the stainless steel case and it has the leather bands on it. And then they have the Apple Watch Edition. Now this Apple Watch Edition is actually ceramic. That is the third type of new design for the case. It is white ceramic, highly polished, and basically shatterproof. It's 4 times stronger than aluminum. It is a very incredible design and it looks stunning. However, it does come at a price. Now Apple has released some pretty competitive pricing. For the Series 1, it's $269 or $299 for the 32 or 44 millimeter. For the Series 2 Sport, it is $369 or $399 for the 32 or 42 millimeter. Now that is also the same price for the Nike Edition. The Hermes Edition starts at $1,150, and the Apple Watch Edition with the ceramic starts at $1,500. So those other two are not very cheap. So they basically have it in 2 different price points. The cheap version for most of the everyday average consumers, as well as the more expensive versions for those who are trying to make more of a fashion statement. However, that's not to say that you can't buy the more fashionable bands and put them on your Sport Edition watch to make it look classier. I have done that with mine, and I think it works really well. I can have my normal sport band for everyday use, and then I can have my finer bands for when I'm out and about in more of a fancy environment, and I think it really classes it up. Personally, I'm really excited about the Apple Watch, and I definitely think I'll be buying one. The ability to have it be waterproof, built-in GPS, and more towards fitness, as well as the new watchOS 3 for better performance, makes this device actually fairly comparable. The biggest drawback to the Apple Watch originally was not being very waterproof and being super slow. So a faster processor, better operating system, and waterproofness are huge selling features that make me actually willing to upgrade. So yeah guys, that wraps up part 1 of my Apple Fall 2016 event. Part 2 coming soon, where I talk about AirPods as well as the new iPhone 7. Let me know in the comment box down below, what do you think about what I talked about so far, whether it be Mario coming to iOS, Pokemon Go coming to the Apple Watch, iCloud collaboration, and of course the Apple Watch 2. Features such as the waterproof rating, the improved heartbeat sensor, activity being the main focus, as well as the new brands, dual core in both the Watch Series 1 and 2, the new Nike brand, as well as the ceramic and the Hermes editions. Would you buy a new Apple Watch 2? Do you have an Apple Watch 1 and is it worth the upgrade? For me, I believe it is, but for others it may not be. Let me know in the comment box down below. As always guys, thanks for watching. Remember, you can check out my last video about watchOS and iOS here, what I talked about right here. Remember, hit that like and subscribe button down below so you miss any of my future videos, including part 2 coming soon. Check me out on social media, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace!